Yo, welcome back to another episode of the pod, everybody. Yo, we got a couple more games for our NFL pick'em. We had some games that got left off, so we're gonna put these three on here for you. First up, we're gonna talk about the Panthers and the Patriots. Ty, we'll start us off.
Yeah, man, them Panthers looked pretty good last week against the Atlanta Falcons. Shut them out. Got Michael Penix Jr. benched. Drake London was a no-show. These Panthers DBs have been balling. J.C. Horn looks like he could be an All-Pro this year if he stays healthy. I have questions about the linebacker position for the Panthers. Look like they have trouble stopping the run a little bit, but Atlanta didn't use their top 5 running back, so it made it easy for them. So I'll go with the Panthers, man, because I don't believe this Patriots team. I don't trust the coach. A lot of questions on offense.
This is a weird game. I think the Patriots are better than this 1-2 record. I'm gonna stand on that. The Panthers, they about what I thought they are, but defensively, they look good against the pass. Don't look great at all against the run. Chuba Hubbard's been a little quiet. I don't know what's up right there. I do like T Mac, Xavier Leggett. What is really going on? I think he got like one catch on the season. uh, Hunter Winfrow looks okay to a certain extent. Bryce Young up and down. But the Patriots, man, did they lose last week? Or were they beaten last week? I mean, they had. What is it going to take to get? Let me start. What is it going to take to get Henderson on the field for one? Because you got guys out there and Ramondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson fumbling the ball left and right. Drake May had a fumble, had an interception. They had 5 turnovers in that game, and they still were in it. So I think if they can clean that up, this team is a lot better than what they putting on the field so far. Stephon Diggs is gonna get going eventually. Keyshawn Butte he had one good game. He's gonna get started pretty soon. I'm gonna ride with the Patriots at home. Get back on track. Get back to 500.
Yeah,
I think they're a better coach team.
I don't think they're the better coach team right now. I can't say that because you have a coach who refuses to play the second round pick. You saw what his teammates doing in Cleveland. Some might argue he's better than his teammate.
I mean, I would say he's kind of like if I could do an NBA comparison, he's kind of like Thibodeau. You got to earn that trust to get on the court with Thibodeau. So I guess you got to earn that trust to get on the field here. Henderson, I think Henderson proved in the offseason to me. He was at the camps looking good, looked good in the preseason games when he actually got in. No, they the ones that chose not to play him in the preseason. He was healthy. They said they want to save him for the season because they knew what they had in him. Well, since you know what you have in him, let us see what you have in him.
And my thing is, Ramondre Stevenson was fumbling the ball last year. Once a fumbler, always a fumbler.
He was. I think his leash is like this short. I mean, I think you see another one of those, you might not see Ramondre Stevenson again for a while.
He fumbled last week.
So I'm saying, if you have another one, you won't see him for a while. I think they're really gonna fix that this week. I'm expecting Henderson to get an uptick this week.
I'm expecting him to hopefully start.
I don't know if I don't know if you can really call it a start. They're going to shuffle him around, but I say percentage-wise, his target. I mean, not gonna say his target share, but his snap percentage should be somewhere in the 40% range. With the other two guys splitting 30%. I think Antonio Gibson probably has third down a lot because he probably best at picking up the blitz and catching the ball on the pass right now.
Yeah, Gibson is great in pass protection. I give him that.
So, I think the Panthers gotta find a way to one shore up the defense and on the front seven, and they gotta push the ball down the field other ways other than T Mac because they're gonna figure that out first. You can't count on a rookie to lead your offense when you already a bad team. Like you're gonna need somebody else to step up. That's why I think they could have really used Adam Thielen. I know he's not doing much in Minnesota, but they probably could use him in Carolina.
We know Jalen Coker is out for like 6 weeks because God knows what after you trade Adam Thielen. So what was the point of the trade?
So yeah, you at where you at. Carolina fans, y'all gonna beat some teams. Y'all have some talent. I will give them that. They have some talent. I like the tight end. I'm blanking on the name right now.
He's hurt.
He hurt. Well,
Yeah, Trimble's starting right now, so I like Trimble too, though.
Tremble. But yeah, so yeah. If I ain't say it before, I'm gonna take the Pats.
I got Panthers.
Get back to 500. We disagree.
First time.
All right, next game up. Sunday Night Football. We got the Packers and the Cowboys. The revenge game for Michael Parsons going up into Big D.
Not much to say about this game. Cowboys look awful. Defense looks awful. I mean, it's a revenge game, but it's not really gonna be a game. It's gonna be a revenge blowout. So give me.
I don't know, man.
Give me. I'm gonna take the Cowboys only because I just want to believe that they're gonna prove that they don't need Michael Parsons. So Dak is gonna have to step up. Pickens gonna have to step up. Tolbert is definitely going to step up with the injury to CeeDee Lamb, and I expect them to hopefully run the ball down the Packers' throat.
Wow, you started off one way, you went the other way on me. Okay. When I look at the Cowboys, I see a lot of injuries at important positions. Cooper Beebe, center, out. First-round draft pick on the right side at guard. Tyler Booker, out. He was having a strong start to his season. He's about to be out for about a month or so. Then you got, most importantly, CeeDee Lamb, who's having a real good start to his season, out with an ankle. Man, he looking bad. They say about 6 weeks there, too. And then when you look at what the Cowboys got coming up on their schedule, find it real quick. I wrote it down. We talked about it the other day.
I know they have the Chargers coming up. They have, I want to say, against the Giants again with a rookie quarterback.
Then they got the Packers. Then they go at the Jets, at the Panthers. If they can get this game and get the Jets and the Panthers, they sitting pretty until CD get back. But they have to get this game.
You think they beat the Panthers? You think they beat the Panthers?
I think they can. I think they got more talent than the Jets and the Panthers. That's why this game is so important against Green Bay. They got to find a way to get George Pickens going. It's going to be harder with CD out because now they can double team George Pickens if they want to. I'm looking for a big target share increase for Ferguson at the tight end. I'm thinking they probably put Javonte Turbin at the slot to put Tolbert outside on the other side. I don't know which one of those guys get the target share, but Dallas is going to put up points.
Yeah, they are.
The issue is they can't stop nobody. And so far, every quarterback has got off on them. And they got Jordan Love this week. And one thing they got going for them is Jordan Love ain't got nobody with him. Christian Watson's out. Reed's out. Jacobs is out. Well, Jacobs not out, but,
he's not playing.
So
they're not giving him snaps.
They got it's Tyler Kraft a bust right now for the Packers as far as offensive weapons go. And maybe that keeps Dallas in this game. I think Dallas stands a good chance to win this game. But I'm going to go with the Packers because I like this defense a whole lot better than I like anything over there on Dallas side. You got Rashad Gary, Michael Parsons out there on that pass rush going to get things done. You got Xavier McKinney in that secondary holding it down. I like the Packers defense to kind of slow down this Dallas offense, to be the first team this year to slow down this Dallas offense, hold them under 24 points. I'm thinking Packers win this game big, and I'm picking Michael Parsons to have a big game, not only in the pass rush, but in pass coverage. I'm thinking he's going to get a pick today. He knows all Dak tendencies. I think he drops that in the coverage. He gets a pick.
Okay. Michael Parsons getting a pick. That's a hot take, but we're going to see. I'll say about 4 sacks, but who knows? Also, I got one question. What happened to that guy, Trayvon Diggs, that everybody said was just so good? And I was just like, he's not that good. He's not great. I got a lot of flack for that. What happened to him?
He's a gambler, man. He's gonna shoot and gamble for the ball. He's gonna bait you in there to throw it his way so he can shoot for the ball. And when he don't get it, he gives up the yards. He lives and dies by that sword. So he's really doing bad this year. I can't really defend him right now.
I mean, the Cowboys secondary, they had chances to draft a corner, and they did draft one, but it was the wrong guy. This draft was corner heavy, in my opinion.
It was. What's crazy is they took Will Johnson off the draft board because of injury concerns, but you draft a cornerback, a Siobhan Revel, with injury concerns. So I don't understand that. They had to make that make sense.
I mean, it's showing. Like they can't. They're doing okay against the run. Like last year, they had problems stopping the run. Now it's the complete opposite.
Linebacker core sucks, man.
I told you, Kenneth Murray sucked. I told you. I would know from experience.
he was a Charger.
So I got the Cowboys, man. You got the Packers. We gonna see what happens on Sunday night.
I'm gonna take the road team.
We don't.
We got one more Monday Night Football. We got the Bengals going up to Denver in Mile High to play the Broncos.
Give me the Broncos because the Bengals still refuse to trade for a quarterback for some reason. Like, you have Jake Browning, who showed last week that he is not the guy to get y'all keep y'all steady for Joe Burrow to come back. Because if the Bengals go like I want to say like SS 4-9 or 4-8, you might as well keep Burrow out for the rest of the year. Like, you don't bring it back if y'all are losing.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that point. If you're not gonna win no games, you might as well leave Burrow out. But this is my thing. You got a team up in New York who's going to go to Jackson Dart as their starter moving forward. We talked about that. If I'm the Bengals, I am calling New York, not for Jameis Winston, but the availability of Russell Westbrook. That's a guy who...
Russell Wilson.
My bad. Russell Wilson. That's a guy who's been to the mountaintop.
Hope they ain't trading for Westbrook.
I was reading an article on Westbrook. Y'all got to excuse me. That's what's taking me so long. He might be going to Houston, y'all. Yeah. That's going to be crazy.
That's going to be an episode right there. We're going to talk about that.
Back to football, though. But if they can find availability of Russell Wilson and see if New York's willing to trade him out. Because if I'm Wilson, I don't want to ride the pine in New York the rest of the year. Not this early. I would rather go somewhere else to prove that I can still play. You know you're not going to be the man next year, but you can be the man this year for the Bengals. And I think the Bengals will be okay with that too, because they window is closed and they got too much talent, especially on the offensive side of the ball, to be wasting seasons like this. Go find a way to get you a quarterback that can come in there and keep that thing afloat. You can't just give Dwayne games away week after week like you did last week. You can't have another week like that. If it's not Russell Wilson, who will it be?
I saw something today. It said the Bengals have the best odds to land DeMarcus Lawrence. I'm like, what? No, this is what y'all don't need. You don't need to go after DeMarcus Lawrence. Look, if you didn't address defense in the offseason, don't worry about it now because your quarterback's out.
Man, it's like 11 years in the league. Why would you want this guy now?
I don't know. And then Trey Hendrickson might be gone, so why would you want to trade for this guy who makes more than Trey Hendrickson if you didn't want to pay Trey Hendrickson?
And they both on the wrong side of 30. And then you spend your first round draft pick on a guy who has 1.5 career sacks in college. That's going to be your pass rusher of the future. Okay. Stop drafting on potential and draft on what you see on the tape. Trust the tape, trust your eyes, trust your evaluation of a player, and draft him. Like, Shamar Stewart never showed me all the hype that why he was a 5-star top edge rusher in high school. I didn't see it. I mean, he looked. I'm a Hurricane fan. He played Texas A&M when he was there. He was a non-factor. I didn't know when he was on the field. Non-factor. So I feel like it's the same thing right now in Cincinnati. Unless he wakes up, he's probably be the first one in this draft class to be labeled a bust, in my opinion.
Because if you look at it, Mason Graham has been balling for the Browns. This draft was like again, this draft was defense heavy. You didn't have to draft Shamar Stewart in the first round. He would have still been there.
You could have got Mike Green.
You could have got Mike Green. You could have got Caleb Murphy. You could have got Cal Kennard. There were so many edge rushers in this draft. Y'all needed offensive line help. There was some great offensive linemen in this draft. Tyler Rutledge for the Lions. Like, this draft was line heavy too. This Zach Taylor and this GM are on a hot seat. One for signing T. Higgins to a $30 million contract. I get he's the best number 2 receiver in the league, but get assets for him because you still got Yosivas and Jermaine Burton on right behind him. Two guys who show they can ball.
So what do you think was the right time to? What do you think would have been the right move to do with T. Higgins going into last season?
Trade him before the trade deadline. Because he would have been a free agent. So now you would have to franchise tag him, but instead you signed him to a long-term contract.
You kind of locked in now.
Either way,
you couldn't let him go for nothing.
I think the franchise tag was $25 million. So I'm like, you signed him for $30 million for the next 4 years. So I'm like, you might as well just franchise tag him.
They got to the point where they had to sign him back. They had another almost 1,000-yard season. They had to sign him back. They waited too long to pull the trigger on the trade. They could have got something good for him.
Good.
Now they got to find teams that has money to pay him if they want to trade him. For one, you want to be locked in with him that long.
Unless they eat the salary.
Yeah, and you know the Bengals already cheap, so
nope. Hey, nothing.
Don't see that. I don't see that happening too much. But we're riding the Bengals hard. Let me talk about the Broncos for a second. I need to find out what's going on with their run game. You say it's I just don't. It don't look the same to me as it did last year. I like what I'm seeing from Franklin. I need Simmons to step up, show me a little bit more. So the defensive side of the ball, I don't know where to begin, man. It just don't. It's not the same. It's the same players, but it's not the same defense.
The front four is doing their job. They had the fastest pressure rate in the league. So the front four is doing what they need to do. But after that, they can't stop. They can't hold anybody.
And I don't understand. It was historically one of the best defenses in the league last year, and like this year they look real pedestrian. They looked very. I watched that game with the Colts, almost from beginning to end, and they just didn't ever look like they was going to stop the Colts to me. I think the Colts scored in every drive just about that game.
Yeah, I think they did.
And so
with Daniel Jones.
I was about to say, and they got Daniel Jones at quarterback. So I wanna pick the Bengals, but I lost a lot of faith in Jake Browning last week. He just did not look good at all. He didn't like the same Jake Browning that stepped in for Joe Burrow a couple years ago. I'm gonna give the Broncos the chance to get back to 500 this week.
I don't think the Broncos can afford to lose another game because if the Chiefs beat the Ravens, then they're tied. So it's like you gotta take advantage of while the Chiefs are losing games.
That's it.
They had the game last week against the Chargers, but the defense didn't step up. That could have been a game they steal.
So if they win that Chargers game and they don't get that penalty against Indy, they could be 3-0.
Good.
Still.
Good.
So so you would say they're closer to 3-0 than they are 1-2?
I mean, that boy Justin Herbert made that immaculate throw to Keenan Allen in the end zone, so that could have been a momentum killer right there. So I'll say 2-1.
I say they're probably closer to 1-2 team. They are. 3-0 team, in my opinion. I never thought the Colts was going to lose that game from watching it. And I kind of figured that the Chargers were going to win that too. So I think they are a legit 1-2 team to me. But I think they get back to 500 this week. Are you taking the Broncos as well?
I am. I am taking the Broncos because I don't trust Jake Browning. Yeah, I definitely don't trust Zach Taylor.
So you say Zach Taylor on the hot seat?
He should have been on the hot seat last year. They could have restarted the whole thing.
I'd look into that, man.
Especially with them missing the playoffs.
They supposed to be getting out to a fast start this year because they played the guys in the preseason. They were looking good first 2 weeks. Then all of a sudden, Burrow's hurt.
All of a sudden, the liability turned out to be a liability.
Yep. So, Bengals off to a slow start again. He'll be playing from behind again.
I mean, they're going to miss the playoffs. I'm already, because if the Browns win games, the Bengals are done.
Browns best defensive league, so they're going to be in some games.
If they win games, the Bengals are done.
Yeah, I think the Bengals are done. Man, Joe Burrow, when they said 3 months, it was over. I knew then they weren't going to the playoffs. We can call it now. They're not going. But that's all I got, man. You got anything else?
That's it, man. We got some videos coming up. We about to get to it. So y'all stay tuned for it.